Hi, Jamie. We can certainly consider this example friend. Just let me grab a picture. Okay, so what we want to do when we're talking about factoring things, especially factoring trinomials, one of the things that we always want to look for are perfect square trinomials. So this would be a situation where we have like, let me get a pencil working. There we go. So that might be where we have x squared plus, I don't know, 4x, 8x, 8x plus 16. This would be an example of a perfect square trinomial because the first term is a perfect square and the last term is a perfect square. These are super easy to factor because all I have to do is make a set of brackets, square the set of brackets, and then I can take the square root of the left term, which is x, put it in the left of the bracket, take the square root of the right term, which is 4, put that in the right of the bracket, and then I look at the middle term. Here it's a positive, so I put a plus sign. If I had a negative 8 here, by the way, I would just put a negative 8 here, and it's really, really easy to factor. So whenever we can, try to make perfect square trinomials for yourself. Now, a way to do that, a little trick, is if we get a situation like this where we have a binomial, yes, there's an x in it, but there's probably a better way to do this, and in fact, they're asking us to complete the square, right? What do we need to add to this to make this a perfect square trinomial? So we're given x squared minus 2 over 7x, and what we do is we always take half of the middle term, so it's a fraction here, that's okay. I have negative 2 over 7. I'm going to multiply that by 1/2. That's what that means, right? To take 1/2 of that. And then we square that answer. So whatever that is, if I add that into my little box that I made here, we'll actually have a perfect square trinomial that I can factor out like I showed you earlier. Let me get a red pen. I'm feeling it today. All right, so what's half of 2/7? Well, we can look in the diagonal and cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this is going to be negative 1/7 squared. And now to square a fraction, remember we square the numerator and we square the denominator. This is going to be 2 negatives, so effectively this is going to simplify to 1 over 49. Okay, so just squaring the top, negative 1 squared is 1, and 7 squared is 49. So that's going to be what we add. If I add 1 over 49, I can't write today, 1 over 49, which is what your answer is going to be right there, we would actually have a perfect square trinomial. And just as a point of geekery, let me erase some of my chicken scratches here. If we're going to factor that, we would do the exact same thing. Set of brackets, square it. We'll take the square root of the left term, which is x. We'll take the square root of 1 over 49. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 49 is 7. And I have a negative middle term. So that is going to be our factored perfect square trinomial. Hope that helps. Let me know if it doesn't. Keep up the great work, Jamie.